It is Thursday.
Good morning. This is Elizabeth.
What's up?
There is something I wish to discuss with you, so please come to the Velvet Room post-haste. I
Okay.
believe this matter is of great import to you.
Well, I'll be
shall
the judge of that.
Anticipating your arrival.
Elizabeth wants to tell me something. What could be so important? I also love how my new party member, like, brought a TV, but was like, oh, I may as well share it with everyone else. I'm now realizing I have my own private TV right there. Like, I realized that earlier because, like, the home shopping program on Sundays or whatever, but I kind of forgot when the TV was brought up earlier. Should go to the Velvet Room after school. Okay. I can hear people talking.
By the way,
Yeah, that's how ears work. A Retro group was on the news yesterday. Something about showing their true colors.
yeah.
Ijo. Oh, the student council president. I hear they're involved in a lot of things. Even this school's owned by the Karijo group, right?
I know, right?
I wonder why a company that big decided to build a school. Educate their future employees. Oh. I don't know. Class ended for today. Come to think of it, Elizabeth mentioned she had something important to discuss with me. She head to the Velvet Room. Oh, I guess we just go there immediately. I guess so. That one is staff only. Forgive me for calling you so suddenly, but there's something I must bring to your attention. There seems to be a human presence within Tartarus between floors 48 and 53. What? It appears to be someone without the potential who heard the voices of the shadows. So, like, we could rescue people from Tartarus from time to time? If left alone, I fear they will become lost and may perish.
Very well, then.
Please find and rescue them. There isn't a time limit for this, is there? Because it was established earlier that time works differently in Tartarus. Due to the influence of shadows, civilians will sometimes get lost in Tartarus and become missing persons. Missing persons will be somewhere in Tartarus and must be rescued within a set time limit. What do you mean within a set time limit? The last person we rescued said that she was only there for like an hour, even though she'd been missing for like, what, 2 weeks in real life? Something like that? Like, in the event someone goes missing, these will be posted on the bulletin board in front of the police station, so keep an eye peeled. Maybe it's just that time is like a lot slower there, so maybe it'll give me big spans like 2 weeks or something like that. I don't know. So there is still like the time situation going on or something like that. But yeah, and yeah, a super huge kitchen there for sure. But yeah, a new vice president is stepping in. It's causing a lot of stocks to crash, so you put a lot of your savings money into investing. Every now and then it increases little by little. But ever since What's-Her-Face stepped in when you checked earlier today, it lost like $500. Jeez. As long as you're not investing anything that you're not willing to be able to lose. Yikes. Jeez. What with the whole situation with
Welcome to the Velvet
Biden
Room.
stepping out? I guess I don't actually need to do anything here.
We look.
I thought maybe they would have some extra dialogue. Because he told me to come to the Velvet Room. And I just went into the Velvet Room. This out here was not coming to the Velvet Room. This was coming to the entrance to the Velvet Room. So, a little bit of misinformation here. Wait, let's see here. Bulletin board with details about missing people. Okay, so I'm searching for this studio with a deadline of 7/6. Okay, so month is first. Okay, so it's month day. I was getting mixed up for a hot second there. Yeah, I've got lots of time for that. But yeah, let's see here. Most of your retirement funds into investing. Haha, super expendable funds then, Noah. Let's see here. Bop. I sent something. Yep. Yeah, I don't have anything like a retirement fund being added to at this point. I mean, I have savings and stuff that I add to here and there. I mean, consider as basically that. Not like there's a whole lot in there. I mean, I only just graduated university last month, so, you know, I'm kind of broke as hell now. Yeah, just... Now with someone over here. Your mom's boyfriend, they're all suggesting it. That even if the stock you're investing in ends up crashing, told you not to sell, it'll gain itself back up more later on. Like, it should balance itself out here and there later on. I mean, I have some investment in some things just by, like, some automatic programs that do that. One through my bank and one through Wealthsimple, where it's like, it'll go up and down, but still be generally going up as things are invested in, like, pretty safe. If you're able to weep me today, Chihiro is... But yeah. Yeah, it'll do that sometimes. I noticed that on, like, Wealth Simple or my Scotiabank stuff. That'll happen from time to time. No, not you. That was... Gosh dang it. Who the heck? It was you. Justice. And I have a Justice persona. Right there. So I can definitely hang out with you. That's what I can do. Yeah, there's quite a bit of money there.
Hello there.
But yeah, I should be doing ups and downs, most likely. But yeah, still quite a decent bit. You're busy. I was hoping that maybe we could walk home together. So walk home with me, grow closer soon. Where's my tab? We're at 3 right now. So the Justice one doesn't show on the page unless I scroll up. So I'm just kind of looking at the link at the top. Let's see here. Here we go. That one says Justice in the link, so it's this one. So now we're going rank 3 to 4.
Thank you so much.
Jeez. So it is for sure that's involved in all that. Then how about we have a chat at the cafe today? Sure.
Is it just me, or is the air conditioning in here too high? I feel a little lightheaded. I haven't been feeling well lately. I couldn't even finish my lunch today. I think I may have caught a cold. I'm sorry, but do you think we could go to the pharmacy?
No. I mean, I'm sure that's how a lot of people around here are feeling, but with all the smoke from, you know, the province kind of being on fire. I was a little bit congested. My dad was getting it really bad lately.
You on your way home from school?
Like, it's especially smoky out west. It's smoky here in central Alberta too, but especially so out west.
Wow, you're really cute. From this angle, I can see how gorgeous you are in those glasses. Say, you want to maybe sit down at a cafe and chat a little? Hey, come on, don't be scared. I'm not gonna bite.
No, please stop. Senpai.
This is what I'm... like, I know some people tell me to, like, get out in the world more and talk to people more, but this is what I'm afraid of happening if I try to, like, approach someone and be like, hey, you want to get to know one another or something like that. So, I'm just gonna say, hey, here, because this one doesn't matter. Like, I never have to anybody in my life. I've never asked anyone out.
Wait, you're not with her, are you? She's friggin' taken.
And if the time came that there was someone that I did want to do that with, I don't know if I...
You're usually
I want to go about it.
But I guess you can be tough when you need to be. I don't mean that in a bad way, though.
Social anxiety and all that, and human nature that I have naturally.
You saved me, so I'm not scared.
I mean, depending on the situation. Like, if someone comes over and chats me at Fragapalooza or something like that, I'll just be like, oh, hey, like, how's it going? Welcome on into the event, and yada yada, and be like my happy, cheery self. But if I'm the one that's tasked with going and chatting to someone else without, like, an explicit reason for doing so, it's gonna feel, like, really awkward and weird.
Why am I still shaking?
So it very much depends on context. I'm here for you.
That does make me feel a lot better. Okay. Thank you. I think I'm fine now.
Since Chihiro trusts me, I feel like our relationship is growing. Cool, I can switch back to my stream manager over there. Rank up. Rank 4.
Huh? Well, why do I suddenly feel short of breath? Senpai, I think I really did catch a cold. I feel like my face is all flushed.
Probably the smoke.
Thank you again for saving me today. Now, please excuse me.
Chihiro hurried away. Decided to return to the dorm. And I don't know if I'd say that. I'm pretty sure Donald Trump and Putin are like best friends forever.
I see you're back.
Back. Hi.
Let's see.
But we can't slack on our exploration of Tartarus if we want to solve its mysteries. It's important to rest and take time for yourself as well. You're free to go out or spend time with others in the dorm. Just don't stay up too late. And honestly, like, when Biden was still running, if I had to choose between a leader that does nothing and a leader who's like a loose cannon who could plunge not just the country, but the continent into World War III, I would rather take the guy that does nothing. Yeah, matter of the battle. Proper balance is key to winning. Like, Trump is the guy that's much more likely to start shit and make the world a worse place, I would say. Not just power, but strength, agility, and some luck too. It's not easy to train up each aspect, but if you keep experiencing what life has to offer, you'll get the training along the way. I mean, he is also literally a felon that, for whatever reason, despite all the shit that he's done, like, if we're even just gonna look at, say, one singular event that he did, when he lost the election last time, claiming that it was rigged, and storming the White House. Like, that's not someone that you would want as a leader of the country.
Hey,
You have to think about how Kirijo-senpai dragged Fuka into this. Fuka really seems determined to do her best, so I guess there's no point in dwelling on it. So I'll just focus on doing my best too. Like, it's especially here in Canada that we kind of look to our neighbors in the south and are like, holy shit, what a mess down there. Like, this is lose-lose situation between Biden and Trump. And now I know basically nothing about Kamala. So, it was his fans that stormed it from him inciting it. So he is still responsible for that. It's like when Dreams fans like go and attack people and he's like, oh, I'm not encouraging people to go like dox and ruin people's lives, but I'm not gonna discourage it either. Whoops, I don't know how the heck I did that. And he did incite it, was the case. Hello, Reggie Bub, how's it going? Can I help you? Should I hang out with you, or...
hi.
I don't know, do you like to read books? There's this near future sci-fi series that was popular a while back. I used bookstore and bought the whole series, but just sitting on my shelf for a long time. It's Thursday. So, with academics.
Sorry.
Hold on. Whoa, wait. Thursday for Game Parade is the Charm one. Sure. I think I'll get up my stats to 5 and then I'll chill out on them for a while. I'm definitely not getting them to 6 before next month. No shot. So, let's see. Let's go play video games. What we'll do. Video games we played. But yeah, let's see here. And I remember seeing like some of that footage and someone captioned it when I put my pea shooters in the wrong lane, as it showed like security standing by as everyone walked past. Feel I understand a woman's heart more now after wooing the game's heroines. Yeah, I don't think that really translates to real life. I mean, I've never played it. No, wait, correction. I've played one dating simulator on this channel several years ago, but for the most part, I've never played a dating simulator before, so I don't know how accurate they would really try to be. I know the one that I played was probably about the most inaccurate thing ever, so I mean... Alright, it's Friday.
Oh, hello.
Good morning, Acoustic-kun. It's a beautiful day, is it not? How are you faring today? Why so formal?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Sorry for being so awkward. I've never had the chance to chat with someone on the way to school, so I got nervous. But I think I'm getting used to life in the dorm. Plus, I'm pretty excited about everything we can do there.
Hey.
I'd love to try caring for some plants up on the roof. Anything, really, when I have the time. After school. That's ended for today. And yep, this game takes place in 2009. I'm surprised that's not 2006, like the original release date of Persona 3. Because you'd think like that would be when that game took place. I don't know if that's when that game took place. I have never looked into it before. I know that they released like was it FES or was it Persona 3 Portable? The version of the game just before this in 2009? I think it was Persona 3 Portable. I don't remember. I don't remember what the release dates of things were, but there was some version of Persona 3 that came out in 2009. But the original game of this came out in 2006, yes. I think. I'm pretty sure you asked about this last stream, and I looked it up. And then I forgot. Persona 3, yeah, 2006 role-playing video game. Released July 13th, 2006. Oh, so it just had a birthday like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, you did! Yeah, that's when this game came out, and if this was like a remake or the original thing. And yeah, exactly, Reggie Bub. Do not attack these people, my fans. But if you want to know who they are, then these are their social media pages. Exactly. So he's a good one to save for later on. What's your thing again? Hierophant? Or Emperor is what it is. Do I have an Emperor Dudo? Also, I gotta go duplicate a skill card. I do have a thing. Whoops, let me duplicate a skill card. You forgot to. But yeah, the original game came out in 2006. So this game has been around for a little while. And yet somehow I'm fully avoiding spoilers. Well, for the most part. I know that there's something that goes on later that has to do with crucifixion. Is what I know. I know about that, and I know that we get a party member called Aegis that everyone jokes is a toaster. I know that. That's all I know. Let's see here. Here, we can go hang out here. Well, either way, these politics here won't be a big deal to you because you hope to one day become a Canadian citizen. I mean, it is still a major concern considering, like, the population of Canada pales in comparison to the population of the States, and the sphere of influence of the States is so much vaster than Canada, and the fact that we're next door neighbors, the stuff that goes on in the States does have, like, a very major influence in Canada, and it's kind of worrying us all here in Canada what's gonna happen in this next election. We're definitely all very scared here, is the case. And we have some pretty screwed up stuff with our politics here, too. But it's not as bad as down there, I will say. This Persona content in general has popped up in your feed. Honestly, not all that much, because like, when this game first came out in February, there was, like, all sorts of stuff popping up all the time, and I kept myself, like, relatively in the dark to it at that point. And then lately, like, everyone and their mother has already beaten this game. I'm, like, the one maniac that's still lagging behind and still has barely any progress in the game, because it's been out for, like, half a year now. Almost. But, yeah, 5 months this game has been out. So, basically anyone that picked up this game when it came out has either given up or is done with it by now, like, and has beaten it. I'm one of the few people that's still here, still going through it, because it's gonna take me, like, forever, and I barely had any time to do it when I was wrapping up my final semester of university. So, I don't know if it's just that social media doesn't recommend all that much stuff to me, or if there's just, like, basically no discourse on this game anymore, because it was a single player game that had, like, its prime for, like, the 1 or 2 months after it came out, and now that's gone. And now it's not, like, the hip, cool thing to be talking about anymore. So I don't really see all that much. But yeah, everyone in your family is telling you that's why it's so important to vote, and you don't want to vote for shitty people. I mean, it's a lose-lose situation. And like, I remember learning in history class, or like social studies in high school, that apparently in the States, like, your vote doesn't even directly go for that person. It's more like you're voting for somebody that puts in their vote with, like, the electoral college or whatever the heck the situation is. So, like, the majority doesn't always win because of that. I think I remember learning, and it's like, wow, that kind of sucks. And it's like, I think I also remember hearing that you can, in theory, vote for others outside of the main two, but, like, because there's basically zero chance of anyone outside the main two winning, there's basically no point. If you're not voting for whatever the first option between the two would be, you're basically voting against them, and it's like, it just kind of sucks. Yeah, lose there. But yeah, Remember, some Americans dismiss your entire country as USA's hat. I mean, you're not wrong. Also, where's my thingamabob for this guy? He was Emperor, right? Let's see here. I don't have a tab open for him, actually. Emperor. This is my first time hanging out with him this stream. What rank is this? I don't know. I'm on this page is showing me 3 to 4, 4 to 5, and 5 to 6. It's gotta be one of these ones.
Why would you even accuse me? The cigarette butt was in the boys' bathroom, right?
Then can you prove it wasn't a girl who brought it and left it there?
With that logic, this is never gonna end. I'm done with this. You're on your own.
Bunch of Neanderthals.
Alright, they're the worst, I gotta say.
Try not to hold it against them. They think like children. They just can't help it. Sooner or later, they'll see the light. Then I'll earn their trust, and they'll learn to respect me. I don't mean to isolate myself. I'm just remaining detached. Someone always gets hurt in any relationship sooner or later. I suppose I've gone on long enough. I apologize.
Otagiri seems embarrassed. I feel like I understand him a little better now. Alright, well, back to the stream manager. There we go. Halfway there.
No point in having a meeting today if no one else is here. Let's go.
I parted ways with Otagiri and went back to the dorm. Good evening.
Welcome back.
What's up, dude? Sorry, dude, I'm right into the store real quick. So yeah, no Tartarus Day here. Yeah, let's see here. Again, your mom is Democratic, even she's scared of her because she has 0 experience. I'd honestly prefer someone with like 0 experience rather than someone that is just a loose cannon and nothing but trouble, in my opinion. But yeah, it's weird, Reggie Bump, because you've been told by some people I can't complain if I don't vote because I didn't support other parties where my vote could have made a difference, while others say I can't if I don't, because if I vote a negative party, then I have approved in the power they gained. And yeah, I mean, the whole point of like, you're not allowed to complain if you didn't vote. That's what my parents tell me all the time. It's kind of the case. My dad especially. Actually, no, both of them pretty equally. Is like something that they believe very, very strongly. But in terms of like whether your vote can actually have an influence and make a difference, the chances, like, let's say in something like the States where it's just like, it's one or the other here. The odds of your vote being the one that makes a difference between this person or that person are basically like winning the lottery. Is basically what it is. In Canada, at least there's a little bit more influence in that, like, there's seats in the House of Parliament that can be gained. And so the party of choice can have, like, more of a say in government. Like, at least there's that. I'm no political expert. I don't know, like, 100% certain how. I don't intimately understand how each of these work. Because it's been a hot second since, like, social studies class, and I haven't taken the time to do like the research into how exactly does the system work, but that's what I remember from social studies class and what I remember being taught. Not the part about like winning the lottery, but basically how it works, where it's like in the States, vote for the people who are voting in like basically all or nothing, and then in Canada, like essentially voting for like how much influence each party is gonna have. And like if you're voting for like a lesser known party and a lot of people vote for that like lesser popular party, then maybe you'll get like with enough people, maybe you'll get lucky and they'll get like 1 seat and they have like an actual voice in government. And it's like, hey, great, that's awesome. That's pretty cool then. Even if they're not majority and they don't have final say, at least they can be heard and all that. You wouldn't be bad to hang out with. Friday. What's the one person? The guy I need to give money to out today? Yeah, presidents always pick shitty vice presidents because they don't want to have someone who's better than them. Want to have a person who doesn't have a lot of experience as the vice president, so that way the vice president doesn't one up the president. Is that true? Also, would this guy still be here even if it doesn't show an icon? Good to know here. Well, it's not that, it's the fact that other aggressive countries could take advantage of her. I worry about Trump trying to take advantage of other of other countries and getting this continent in general in hot shit. Follow more so the logic of the latter, because the battle has always been vote for the slightly less terrible person. Choosing to not vote states both parties are terrible. That or spoiling her ballot. I once had a social studies teacher. I forget if it was in junior high school or high school that would often spoil his ballot just by like selecting everyone or something like that. And then if they were tallying the votes, they'd say they had X votes for this person, X votes for this person, and one spoiled ballot, and he would always be like, hey, that's me! And like the provincial things, not the larger country scale things. I remember, my memories tell me something along those lines is the case. But you can spoiling the ballot is a method of essentially showing your opposition to both and saying screw this. Is basically making your voice be heard to say that. And there are people who spoil the ballot to do that. I could probably go for another 1 hour at most. It's 1 in the morning right now. I want to wake up around like 10 or 11 to work on my truck before it rains later in the day. I mean, it's only supposed to rain at like 5 or 6, so I should have lots of time, but my dad wanted to go out and do some things. I think he wanted to take me to a gun range tomorrow. Well, today. And he wants to start getting me enrolled in some lessons so I can get a firearms license, is what he wants me to get. Gonna BRB for a little bit. So I don't know how much more I'll be going. 1 hour is like the most I could potentially stay up. No, I wake up at 6 a.m. every day to go to work. But I'm not going to work tomorrow. I'm working on my truck tomorrow. And I wasn't planning to be here. I was planning to be sleeping in a tent at Rock Lake tonight. But then the province became on fire, and now here I am. And now this is what my schedule is looking like for these couple days. But yeah, and you weren't taught about spoiling the ballot in like history class or anything in school. Basically just when you fill it out in such a way that your response isn't valid. And some people do that to essentially show their opposition. I use two-handed swords, right? Someday I'm gonna find it. The legendary sword. Find me one too. Yeah, thing. Hope we can find one each. Okay, so I wish the game just kept playing when I clicked off. Would be nice. But yeah, super late in the day. Usually wake up at 7 or 8 a.m. Yeah, I'm usually in the office at work by 7 a.m. Is how it usually goes for my work. To be the case. Though I haven't exactly been working a massive ton lately, what with everything going on. Wednesday is the day for academics in game parade, and I can't do the seafood full course. So, wait, it's not even Wednesday. Why did I think it was Wednesday, my dudes? It's Friday. Friday is the day for House of the Deceased for Courage. Wait, was it Yukari that could hang out in the thingamabob? Because Yukari is apparently that super important one. Yeah, it was Yukari, so maybe I'll try to get her skill. Yeah, our history class was just talking about history, nothing to do with politics, really. It was kind of half and half for me growing up. And it was never called history class, it was called social studies. And it was basically half history and a half Canadian politics. Or like just some full grade school years, I think it would just be Canadian politics. And some full grade school years, it would be like 90% history and 10% Canadian politics. But I'm pretty sure some full school years, like in elementary school, like grade 5, I think, something like that, was just like a full school year of just Canadian politics, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong about that. But yeah. Well, I have sat in the center of that map in the bottom left. Looks like a time gear with the different directions going out. That's the EU education system, not NA's, so what do you know? I mean, NA's education system across Canada, the US, and Mexico are probably 3, like, very different education systems. Yeah, 50% the royal family history, 50% World War I and II. Wait, 50% of it's the royal family's history? What a waste of time. I mean, kind of enthusiastic about cooking for myself for once, but I bought way too many ingredients. I'm gonna have a lot of leftovers on my hands. So Yukari wants me to cook with her. Should I spend time? The evening with Yukari? Yeah, sure, I'll help out here. Awesome. Let's go make something tasty. Let's do it.
I picked up the ingredients to make chicken sauté today, but I might have bought too much.
I think my eyes are bigger than my stomach. I always end up having leftovers. What about you? Would you say you're a big eater?
No. I eat like a bird.
Really? Aren't you a growing boy? I thought you'd be eating a lot. Then again, you are pretty slim, so I guess it makes sense. Today's portion might be too much then. Well, either way, it'll be packed full of nutrients, so don't worry about that. They say your health is your most valuable asset, you know? I figured we should think about what we're putting into our bodies. And if I could lose some weight while we're at it, I'd kill two birds with one stone. But
Why
let's
do
put
you need
that
to
aside
lose
for
weight?
now.
What?
Anyway, why don't we start with veggies? Can you cut the tomatoes for me?
I made chicken saute with Yukari. Amazing.
I chose breast meat because it was cheap and I heard it's good for a diet, but it's kind of dry. Okay, very dry. And I can barely chew through it. And that was unexpected. I don't usually mess up this kind of thing. Hey, you're doubting me, aren't you? I'm serious.
Chicken saute.
I'll make up for it next time, so let's cook together again when you get the chance. It'll be so delicious, you can't help saying yum.
Yum.